we'll set the book signing up. All right. He say he don't want me to charge. All right. This is actually the negotiations before he even get to Connecticut. All right. This is what he asked for. He said he don't want me to charge. Okay. All right. You don't want me to charge. That's usually, how I make my bread. So I got to make my bread a different kind of way. You know what I mean? All right. And I got to make my money back from the marketing for the event. All right. This nigga said he want private seating, which I thought was reasonable, right? He wanted bottles. He wanted bottles for a book signing. And so that he could stand up and give like an inspirational I am Mr. Real Estate little speech, right? I'm like, yo, who the fuck this nigga think he is? You know what I mean? So I call the owner. Cause I didn't know the owner, but we had a relationship. You know what I mean? We had mutual interest in making this happen and to make other things happen. So I'm like, yo, this fool is asking for free bottles. And he was like, damn, I never even heard of this dude. I was like, yo, I never heard of this dude either. I'm like, apparently he was on the Breakfast Club, and now that makes him like a big deal. I had never heard of him before. I couldn't really find nothing. He had a book. He had a book that was about him going from broken in jail to millionaire real estate. You know what I mean? Yo. So, what was the issue? Because me and him, first of all, I didn't like how he treated them, right? Then I didn't like how he asked for bottle service for a book signing. Like, it's you know what I'm saying? You told me you don't want it to be a fee. As a promoter, as a coordinator, like, that's usually how I get my bread. That's how I was getting my bread at that point. So, it was Door Bunny, you know what I mean? So the guy that introduced us, the young man, he was a videographer, right? That young man didn't get compensated. He did not get compensated at all. All right? He was a jerk. He was a jerk to the other young fellow. And I shared my experience with him, and I let him know I didn't really appreciate how he was treating them. You know what I mean? And I can't even remember. This was fresh off his Breakfast Club. You could look it up and find out when he was doing this book tour. Find out when he was giving away that free book. But basically, it was a free book that he would sell when he was out, which is what he's supposed to do. You gotta have some kind of merch. I had no idea that he wasn't really a millionaire. I had no idea that he never sold a house, or he wasn't really like a real estate agent guy. Like, I had no idea. I knew nothing about him. You know what I mean? I just know I had a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like how ungrateful he was. I didn't like how everything was about him, and he wanted to make sure he was straight, and he was playing this role. You know what I mean? Didn't even want to buy his own fucking drinks. Like, he's not even a fucking D-lister. He's not even a D-lister. What lister? He not an A-list, right? He not a B-list. What's the C-list? What's the C-list? I then come to find out, yo, just look it up, man. Just look it up. I had no idea he was this motherfucking savage. You know what I mean? Like, if he took Tony the Closer's money, he took my money. You know what I mean? Basically, I need to invoice the motherfucker, man. You know what I'm talking about? But, I don't know, man. I just think it's wild. I just wanted to share my 2 cents. And, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that he is what he says he is? Do you think that